Hi, everyone, and welcome to Divine Resolution Tarot. My name is Chanel. For those of you who are new and for those of you who are returning, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to read for all of you again. So this reading is intended for the sign of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. And if you're watching for a Scorpio, you'll want to reverse the roles because it's going to feel as though I'm speaking to you about your Scorpio. We're looking at your love life for the next few weeks. This is pretty interesting. I feel, Scorpio, like this is going to be a really good couple of weeks for you. The main energy you're in currently is the Star. So feels like you've been doing some healing after perhaps a separation. I've got Wounded as an oracle card. It looks as though you've kind of made peace with the way something ended. There's still disappointment around this, but I feel like you've gotten into a really good place in your life right now. Because it seems like you've turned your attention to other things, okay? I'm seeing work. I'm seeing looking out into your future. Some of you are really, really focused on like long-term goals. I feel like you're very committed to bettering your life, okay? It seems as though you've leveled up. So I feel like you've been really assessing why things didn't work out in the past. You may even find that you've been a lot more discerning about who you're giving your time and attention to. It feels like, to me, you're having a lot of thoughts about who you want to integrate into the next phase of your life, because it's almost like you've done some kind of work on yourself that's either put you in a better place financially, or you've just gained some sort of like knowledge about why things happened the way they did in your life. And I feel like that's because you're not where you used to be, right? For some people, when something happens to them that can be hurtful or traumatic, it's like they stay in that space of like reliving that moment over and over. Whereas with you, in regards to whatever you've been through, it's like you've been able to find the value of every situation, regardless of how disappointing it was. And so you're now in a place where you're very, very stable. You're the kind of person where if something doesn't work out or if somebody disappoints you, rather than staying in that energy of disappointment, you start really looking at the situation like, what was the lesson here? What do I need to heal from this? How can I, fix me? Like, what was I supposed to get out of this? And I feel like because of that, the universe is very impressed with the work you've been doing. Your obstacle for the month is the Three of Swords in the reverse. So what's interesting is I feel like there's a situation that perhaps you have felt as though there's some like nothing that you can do anything about. It's kind of the energy of being like, I need to cut my losses here. And because you made that decision, it feels like you did the work to heal and you diverted your attention. In your environment, though, it feels like there's somebody who very much wants to address whatever that is, right? So say it's a breakup. Now suddenly it's like, because you have not stayed in the energy of lack, you haven't stayed in the energy of like, what was me? Why did this happen? This person in your life is seeing you in a new light. Okay. They're seeing that their actions don't dictate your actions. If this is someone who has a tendency to go silent, for example, or to do the exact opposite of what you're hoping that they would do, you're no longer feeding into this because you've leveled up. And they're realizing that it's like, even if they're not a part of your life, you're going to choose victory over violence, right? You're not going to like feed into it. You're just going to keep moving, And so I feel like there's someone who is at a distance from you and they are keeping an eye on you, right? They're watching this transformation where perhaps things in the past that used to seem very frustrating to you, now you just don't really pay it any mind, if it seems like this person is not giving you the attention that at one time meant so much to you, it's just kind of like, nah, whatever. I've got other things going on. I feel like you have leveled up in the sense that it's almost like having it's like the serenity prayer, like grant me the serenity to like accept the things that I cannot change and the wisdom to like know like what can I change and what I can't, right? And I'm paraphrasing because I don't have it memorized, but that's kind of the energy here is like you've gotten into a space where it's like there's just some things I can't do anything about, and I can't make you show up for me. I can't make you be whatever I need you to be. So I'm going to be that for myself, and then I'm going to attract someone other than you, and life will go on, right? The issue here is this person wounded. They have not healed from this. Your snapback is strong in the sense that, maybe it wasn't always that way, but you're viewing this person as someone that you used to know. It's a disappointment, but it's not something that it seems as though you're open to giving more energy to, because you know what you bring to the table. You're coming through with star energy, Queen of Pentacles. This is some very big energy. You're realizing like, yeah, I could really have anybody. I wanted you. Now I don't. I don't think this person's going to deal with that well, because you got so many love oracles that came out. You got friends in the reverse, I feel like your person may be trying to mirror you, where they're doing things to get attention. But what's interesting is like you're getting attention naturally because you're giving yourself attention. And so you're attracting other people's attention because that's just how it works. What you direct your attention to is what you get more of. So when you're loving on yourself, you're going to notice people are like, whoa, Scorpio, looking good. Like, right? This person is seeing that happen to you. So they may be doing things to try to get attention from other people. So it seems like the two of you are the same, right? Or they're just as desirable as you are. I don't feel like this is anything you're doing on purpose. Whereas this person is going out of their way to be like, hey, look at me, look at me. But it's empty. Like, even if people are saying like, hey, that's nice, good job, it's not you saying it, right? So they're coming to the realization that it just doesn't really matter who it is that's cheering them on, because it's not you. So kind of an interesting energy, but you did get soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So, for some of you, this is a twin dynamic and you've just pulled back. You're like, I'm dealing with, my masculine, and they're just not enlightened. And I can't spend my whole life waiting for this person to leave a karmic or to get it together, because there is a third energy, and this 3 of Cups in the reverse for an opportunity. It could be the opportunity to build something long lasting, because 3 of Cups can talk about something that feels very temporary, kind of that energy of like the one night stand that never goes anywhere, right? Or just like it's always a disappointment. It's hot, it's cold, that kind of thing, right? You have an opportunity to address that, and it looks like this person who is in your energy is coming to the realization that they miss your support, they miss your attention, because you've pulled all of that back. What's coming towards you is the Hierophant, which makes sense because you're in a very strong energy in your life at this time. You're very focused on the tangible, but you're also focused on the spiritual. It's almost like you've gotten into a space where it's like, I want to build with somebody, I want to grow with somebody. And if you can't, do those things, if your credit is shot, if you don't have, X, Y, and Z, if you have all this debt and you can't function and you're drunk every day, like that just doesn't appeal to me, because I'm grown up now. I'm an adult. This, my needs have changed, and so I feel like you're manifesting a commitment. You're manifesting a marriage, with somebody who will show up rather than treat everything like a one night stand or temporary, or like, you're separate from one another and you just sleep with each other, right? Because it's almost like you've changed, your wants have changed. And I do see that coming towards you in the next few weeks, an opportunity to do something new, because that's where you're vibrating. Now, if it's with this person, I'm not sure, because it looks like you're getting attention from a couple of different people. Your advice is the King of Cups, though. And with you being a water sign, I feel like this is your soulmate. You've manifested something real. And it could be that this person is coming towards you. It could be that you've manifested something new. But just know whatever comes next, because you're no longer accepting less, it seems like this is really the opportunity for you. So let's take a look at your oracle cards. It says, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. So I feel like you'll have a couple of opportunities. You might find yourself dating. For some of you, this can have to do with work too. You're being recognized, you're being promoted, you're being offered jobs. Finances look amazing for you, and there's some divine opportunities coming for you. So just don't get in your head about things, because sometimes with that Three of Swords in the reverse, you can start having like lots of doubt around a situation. Like, should I take this opportunity? Should I go on this date? Should I, deal with this person? Don't allow your thoughts to start distancing you from the frequency that you're vibrating on, because our thoughts really do dictate our feelings. Like, if you catch yourself thinking about something pretty negative, you'll feel bad, and that's kind of that advice of the King of Cups. And King of Cups is very good at governing his feelings to be able to get the desired outcome that he wants, right? Because kings are more external. So they're using their emotions to influence their environment, right? King of Cups is amazing at manifesting, because he knows how to tap into his emotional frequency to be able to pull what he wants towards him. So there's somebody working very hard to manifest you. But this is also saying, be very mindful of your thoughts and your feelings at this time, because it looks like you're on the cusp of getting everything that you want. But if you start doubting, that's going to lead to fear and anxiety, and you may end up sabotaging your own happiness, right? You got friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. So it's really interesting, because you actually got friends in the reverse. I feel like if someone's coming towards you from your past, you're being advised to allow this person to show you who they are before you jump into this, because there's still some wounds here. There's disappointment that needs to be addressed. It doesn't mean you don't still care about this person, but you're not being advised to put the cart before the horse, because it could probably go south pretty fast if you're not laying a good, solid foundation, especially because you're at a place in your life right now, Scorpio, where that really is what's important to you, okay? You got playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together. And remember, love is the greatest healer. So, with King of Cups being your advice for the next few weeks, I feel like if this is an old energy, you may want to try to spend time with them to remember what you like about this person, because there is a focus of kind of writing this person off, in the sense that it's like, you're never going to change. There's nothing I can do about this. All you ever do is disappoint me. Now, of course, that's advice. So that's not something that you have to do. But even if you're moving on to like some of these other options, it seems like you have, because people are really taking notice of you. This is saying to kind of keep it light, right? Like, try to establish a friendship, try to, let your guard down, because it seems like you've been hurt in the past. Maybe avoid being so serious of like, where is this going? What do you want? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Like, because those are all the questions that you've been asking yourself, right? This is saying to let the situation unfold naturally, right? Know what you want, but also like, don't try to force something that it looks like will happen anyway, right? You got freedom. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So again, just be mindful of those doubtful thoughts. It seems like the universe is really opening up for you as far as like blessings go, whether it's financially or in love. The obstacles that you may perceive as being there, they're actually not, okay? Time, you are trying too hard. Give it time. That's what I was saying about forcing something. Just let it unflow naturally. Now, you got a message for you. So there's someone thinking about you. They're sending you a message. I feel like it's this Three of Wands guy that's at a distance watching you. Could be a guy or a girl. But it says, I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. And that is that King of Cups. So there's someone who has very deep feelings for you. And it looks like that's headed towards a very solid and stable commitment in your future, you know, with the soulmate, with the twins. So I'm happy to be able to give you such a positive reading, Scorpio. But you really deserve it. You've done the hard work, right? You've been working on yourself, and that's, the universe has no choice but to respond to the frequency that you're vibrating on. So go you. I'm going to look in the extended reading to get an energy feel for this King of Cups. This person that's kind of watching you on the sidelines, watching you from a distance. We're going to see what role this person will be playing in the month as far as their actions. I'm going to take a look at why they're doing what they're doing, but I'm also going to see how this person really feels about you, because it seems like they have not revealed that to you yet. We're going to take a look at their motives and intentions for the next few weeks. We're going to take a look at advice for you on how to deal with what they're bringing into your life. So we'll do kind of a deep dive into this person's energy and see if this is something that is going to bring you to this Hierophant, because I feel like now you want something a lot more traditional versus something a lot more casual. And I'm feeling like that's kind of what you're going to be telling anybody that's trying to get your attention, is like, hey, I'm ready for the big love. So are you going to be able to match that energy? And we can take a look in the extended and find out. So if you want to join me there, the link is in the description box. The preview is at the end of the video. And as always, it has been such an honor and pleasure to be able to read for you. I will speak to all of you again soon. Bye. So Scorpio, I can 100% say without a shadow of a doubt that this King of Cups energy is coming from someone who you have dealt with in the past. As I was looking at your cards and pulling your oracle cards, your twin flame card came out, commitment came out, and also there's this card, destiny. So your destiny card talks about two souls who incarnate together in every life, and they distract one another from what they need to do, you know, and they end up hurting each other and not seeing the connection for what it is. And so they don't finish their soul's purpose because they become such a distraction for each other. There's so much love there, but there's still so much toxicity that the souls can never come into union. So this card it's very beautiful because it actually talks about these two souls going to their guides and really pleading to have another chance to be able to incarnate together in this life, because they want to get it right and they don't want to be without one another. And so they're granted the opportunity to try, you know, one last time, but they also have to work on their soul's mission, right? They can't have their whole lives be about each other coming into union. Which with this twin flame, like, I'm just getting chills because this is literally like you remembered that part of your commitment to your guides, right? Where you were saying like, okay, if this situation gets toxic, I'm going to focus on something else. And I feel like because you did that, the universe is now bringing the two of you back into alignment with each other.